Hi, my name's Jamie Turner. I'm the founder of 60secondmarketer.com, and we're here with Jose Puente, who is the Director of Mobile Product Strategy. I had to actually look at my cheat sheet at AutoTrader.com. Tell us a little bit about what you do at AutoTrader.
Well, I try to figure that out every day. Basically, my job is to look at the mobile landscape and then figure out how do we interpret our business onto the mobile platforms. Make it easier for people to shop for cars on mobile devices.
So AutoTrader.com, of course, sells cars, and you're looking at how to use mobile in order to connect with customers and sell them more cars via mobile. That's essentially what you're doing?
Well, actually, we don't sell cars. We're a digital advertising platform for over 20,000 dealers and manufacturers that want to reach car shoppers.
Great.
And basically, people come to our website, historically, to look for cars, to figure out what's the best deal for them, what they're looking for, and what's available in the market. When it comes to mobile, my challenge is to figure out how does that change in the way that people shop for cars, because now we're traditionally, and we were helping people when they were at home doing a lot of research. Now we realize that we're with consumers all the way down to the dealership.
Ah, fascinating. So you're a sales funnel for the dealerships and then driving leads essentially to the dealerships. Is that essentially correct?
It's directionally correct. We don't like to call them leads. We like to call them. We like to really focus on exposure and how we're helping dealers get their inventory exposed to as many prospective car shoppers as possible.
Terrific.
We're trying to figure out how to leverage mobile to get people actually into the dealership and more productive in the dealership. So really, what we're trying to do is help dealers sell cars.
Excellent. That makes complete sense. I'm going to take a step back. What is mobile? I mean, there's so many different definitions out there of what mobile is, and I know you've got some thoughts on that. How do you define mobile?
So it's natural for people to define mobile by a device, right? We've got all these different devices that everybody, you can't walk down the street without seeing somebody tripping over themselves, walking, staring at a screen, or people having dinner together with each other, whole families looking at the phone.
Right.
I mean, that's
You've obviously seen my family then, so.
Or mine, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you predominantly see is how it's being defined in the market today by the average person. In my mind, it's not really something that's defined by a device. I think we're going through a transitional period, but mobile is really about different technologies that are empowering people to do things. What I like to say, it's providing the internet that we always wanted, but at the same time, it's becoming more challenging to figure out how to put all those pieces together. What does it really mean? Is it a device? Is it an experience? Is it a technology? It's how do you put all those pieces together to help somebody solve a problem?
Interesting. So let's talk, that actually opens up another thing, because you were talking earlier about the starting point for anything, whether it's mobile or anything else, is kind of establishing goals and objectives. So talk to me a little bit about that and where you were headed with that.
So in the business that we're in, again, our job is to try to engage car shoppers to get to car dealers. So what we have to figure out is, what are the predominant problems that somebody has in that process? There's problems that we can address, and there's problems we cannot address. We cannot address a transaction problem today because those things happen in the real physical world. But what we can do is help people understand what that means and what that looks like. It's not just about finding the car, it's also about evaluating, is that the right one? And then ultimately, how do I start the process of the transaction? A lot of people are very blind to that. They're not really sure what that means and become really frustrated when they get to the dealership. How that would relate to a small business, I think, is really looking at what kind of business are you in and what kind of relationship do you want to have with your customers, and what are the key problems that you see that your customers are having with your business. So I think what mobile is really doing in the marketplace, it's humanizing digital, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so you now have the ability to figure out, instead of just having a website that's just like a static, experience and people can come in and they can learn about your business, now it's actually a transactional opportunity. I mean, in a mobile device specifically, there is the communications inherent functionality of it.
Yeah.
So people think about it that way. I can call, I can engage with it, I can chat with it. There's things that I can do. So it's a communications tool, but it's also a way for me to have a real relationship with you for the first time on digital in ways that are more aligned with what we do as humans.
Fascinating. So what I'm hearing you say is mobile is opening up a better channel of having a conversation and an engagement with a consumer, sometimes ranging from just having a branding conversation, and then in other times going all the way down to the transactional level. So that's fascinating stuff. Excellent stuff. Great practical tips. I appreciate it. Jose Puente from AutoTrader.com. My name is Jamie Turner. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.